Mind games are more common than you think. In fact, I'm sure you have experienced these at some point or the other. Because, first, who doesn't like mind games? We all lead boring lives, and mind games make our lives interesting. We feel like villains while playing them. Second, once someone knows how to control other humans, that's like a drug. Today, I'm going to reveal 6 psychological mind games that people use in everyday conversations. And more importantly, how to recognize when someone is playing them on you. Welcome back. In this channel, we explore the psychology that others won't talk about. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we deep dive into human behavior, manipulation tactics, and the hidden psychological games that people play every single day. Before we start, this isn't about teaching you how to manipulate others. This is about awareness because knowledge is your defense. Mind game number 1, the guilt tripper. They weaponize your empathy against you. They want you to feel responsible for their emotions. Listen for these classic phrases. After everything I've done for you, I guess I'm just not important to you. Or, fine, I'll just suffer in silence. The psychology here is devastating because they're exploiting your natural compassion. When you feel like you've hurt someone, your brain releases stress hormones. You feel genuine distress and they know it. They're essentially holding their emotions hostage to get what they want from you. Let's take this example. You want to skip a social event because you're exhausted. Instead of understanding, they say, I already told everyone you're coming. Now I look stupid. Thanks a lot. Suddenly, your legitimate need for rest becomes you being selfish and inconsiderate. Remember this. You're not responsible for managing other people's emotions. Set boundaries and stick to them. Their feelings are valid, but using those feelings to control you is manipulation. Mind game number 2, the deflector. When you confront the deflector about their behavior, they immediately shift blame or change the subject. You bring up an issue and somehow, magically, you become the problem. They flip the script faster than you can blink. This triggers your defensive instincts perfectly. Instead of addressing the original issue, you're now defending yourself against their counterattack. It's genius, really, if it weren't so toxic. Let's take this example. You say, you've been really dismissive in our conversations lately. They immediately respond with, well, you've been moody all week. Maybe that's the real problem here. Now, you're no longer talking about their dismissive behavior. You're talking about your supposed moodiness. The key to defending against this is staying on topic. When they deflect, you say, we can discuss that separately. Right now, I need to address this specific behavior. Don't let them derail the conversation. Mind game number 3, the silent treatment. The silent treatment isn't just ignoring someone. When used as manipulation, it's psychological warfare. They withdraw communication as punishment, making you chase after their approval like a dog begging for scraps. They go cold, give you one word answers, or completely ignore you until you apologize or give them what they want. The psychology behind this is cruel because humans are social creatures. Being ignored triggers the same pain centers in your brain as physical injury. It's literally torturous. After a disagreement, they stop responding to texts, avoid eye contact, and act like you don't exist. You start thinking, what did I do wrong? How can I fix this? You're willing to do anything to end the uncomfortable silence, even if it means admitting to things you didn't do. Here is your defense. Don't chase. Address it by saying, I notice you're not communicating. When you're ready to have an adult conversation, let me know. Then walk away. Don't reward this behavior with attention. Mind game number 4, the projection master. This one is fascinating from a psychological perspective. The projection master accuses you of doing exactly what they're doing to avoid taking responsibility. The cheater calls you suspicious. The liar says you can't be trusted. The manipulator calls you manipulative. This is textbook psychological projection. They literally cannot see their own flaws, so they project them onto you instead. It's like they're looking in a mirror and thinking they're looking at you. Here's a perfect example. They're constantly checking your phone, monitoring your social media, questioning where you've been. Then they turn around and accuse you of being controlling and jealous. Your jaw drops because you realize they're describing themselves perfectly. Pay attention to what people accuse you of because it often reveals exactly what they're guilty of themselves. It's like getting a window into their guilty conscience. Mind game number 5, the moving goalpost. The moving goalpost player ensures that no matter what you do, it's never enough. They constantly change what they expect from you, keeping you in a perpetual state of trying to please them while never actually reaching their satisfaction. The psychology is brilliant and brutal. This keeps you in a constant state of seeking their approval, giving them power and control over your behavior. You become addicted to trying to meet their standards, even though those standards keep shifting. Watch this progression. First, if you loved me, you'd spend more time with me. So you make more time. Then, well, if you really cared, you'd also text me good morning every day. So you start texting. Then, you should be buying me gifts to show you care. Do you see the pattern? You're always one step behind their expectations. The difference is recognizing that you're dealing with someone who will never be satisfied. Set clear boundaries about what you will and won't do, and don't negotiate with emotional terrorists. Mind game number 6, the gaslighter. The gaslighter will systematically make you doubt yourself with phrases like, "You're being too sensitive," "You're remembering it wrong," or "I never said that." The psychology behind this is brutal. It taps into a deep need for social validation. When someone confidently contradicts our experience, our brain actually starts to second guess itself. Let me give you a real example. You say, "You promised to help me move this weekend." They respond with, "I never said that." Now, suddenly you're questioning whether you heard them correctly, whether you're being unreasonable, whether your memory is playing tricks on you. To defeat gaslighters, you must trust your memory. Keep records of all important conversations if you need to. Don't let anyone rewrite your reality. Your perception matters, and if someone consistently makes you question your own experience, that's a red flag. These mind games work because they exploit basic human psychology, our need for connection, our empathy, our desire to avoid conflict. The people who use these tactics often learn them as survival mechanisms, but that doesn't make it okay to use them on others. Healthy relationships don't involve mind games. If someone consistently uses these tactics on you, that tells you everything you need to know about their character. The best defense against psychological manipulation is awareness. Now that you know these patterns, you'll start noticing them everywhere. Which of these mind games have you experienced? If this opened your eyes to manipulation tactics you didn't recognize before, smash that like button and subscribe for more psychology insights